Okay, let's begin our session. In our last session, we have discussed about. I forgot to share this running notes with you. I will be sharing on daily basis. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right. So, and do you have the data set? You don't have it with you, no?
No, sir, we don't have it.
No, we don't have.
Okay, let me share it. Okay, I shared in the chat. You can download that one. Okay. Let me know if you are able to download. Yes, no? Hello?
1 second, sir, download.
Yeah. Right. Let me open the Power BI desktop. We'll double click on this. So basically, yesterday what we have seen how what is the difference between a fact and a dimension column. Okay, in column charts and bar chart and all, how we can place the fact column and dimension column. What is the difference between clustered and stacked bar and column charts? These things we have seen, and we have seen the formatting options also. Okay. So how we can format a particular visual? What are the main important formatting options we need to know? Okay, those things we have seen, and also we have seen in the format painter usage. Right. Any questions till now?
No.
No, sir.
Okay, you need to practice. Okay, you need definitely need to practice. So I have given you the data set. By using the data set, do practice. Right. So today we will try to learn some other important topics. So I'm loading my data into my Power BI desktop. This we have already seen. Right. So if I ask you what are the important views available in Power BI, what are they? What are the important views available in Power BI desktop? Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, you are audible, but I think we are forgot the name.
Right. So yesterday while discussing itself, I told no that this is one of the important interview point of view question. Right. Whenever I say something like interview point of view question, this is definitely important for you to clear interviews. Okay. So the main different views available in Power BI desktop are report view, table view, model view, and DAX query view. At least you need to tell these three. Clear?
Yep, clear.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us continue. So we have covered these four visuals. So let me show you few other visuals today, and then we will talk about a different topic called edit interactions and what is the usage of it. I don't want to complete everything on a stretch regarding the visualization. It will be boring. So every day we will take few visuals, and then we will talk about some other topics. Okay. So let me create some visuals. So there is something called card visual here. You see here card 1, 2, 3 is written. No, card visual. Generally, this visual is used to show any kind of single numeric value, aggregated value, like what is the overall sales, what is the overall profit, what is the overall discount given, what is the overall profit generated, quantity sold, total number of customers. Those kind of information generally we show it in a card visual so that it is for the end user to understand. So for example, I want to show here total sales. So what I need to do, I need to drag the column called sales. You can drag it into the fields here, or else you can drag it to the visual directly. So it will give me the overall sales happening in this data set. What is the, basically what it is doing, it is coming to the sales column and it is adding up all the values available in this particular column. Okay, that is my total sales. Now, I don't want this sum of sales in the bottom. I want a title here at the left top called total sales. So for that, what I need to do, I will click on the visual, go to format your options, go to general, title is off. So I will turn on the title and here I will give the name as total sales. Okay, if you want to increase the size, you can do it from here, make it bold with some other font. If it is on the left side, you can use this horizontal alignment left. If you want it in the middle, select the center. If it is right side, select the right alignment. Okay, so this is how you can give the title. Now still I can see in the bottom, the sum of sales is still there. I don't want to see this one. This is called detail label, category label. Okay, for this category, this is the label. So this, I need to turn this off. Clear?
Yes, sir.
And if you want to give borders and other thing, what we need to do, go to format visual, general, effects, give some border, give some shadow, give a lighter color to your border and give some rounded corners. Okay, now it looks better.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so similarly, any kind of aggregated value if you want to show, the best visual to show is your card visual. Okay, so now I want to show the same thing for a few other things. Like I can copy paste this one and instead of sales, I will take quantity. Okay, still it is showing me the title as total sales only. I want to change this as total quantity. What I need to do?
Same as previous, we'll select it and we'll go to the format visual,
format,
general.
go to general, go to title and edit from here. Say it as total quantity. Right? Similarly, again, I will copy these two things. I set here. So here, instead of sales, I want to see discount. Here, instead of quantity, I want to see profit. Okay, so here also we need to change the title. This is what? This is discount, I believe. And this is profit. Okay, like this here. So for example, I want to show the total number of customers. What we need to do? For example, in this visual, I want to show the total number of customers. So what we can do? Tell me from here, from the data view, which column we should use to find the total number of customers. Total number of unique customers.
We can get it from customer ID or customer name.
Okay, which is better one, customer ID or customer name?
Customer ID will be the better one.
Why not customer name?
Customer ID will be the unique. Customer
Yes.
name may be like a duplicate, like
There could be
duplicate orders.
there could be two persons with the same name. Okay,
Yes.
so always it is good to use the customer ID. Okay, so this column I need to count. So if I count this one, here there are same person has done multiple transactions. Okay, he came on October 31st itself, he made 3 transactions, not 3. All the 5 transactions he did in the October 31st only. So we cannot say this guy has 5 different customers, right? He's a single customer, yes or no?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
So basically we need distinct values from this column, right?
Right, sir.
Right. So this will come during I talk about measures, DAX and other things, but just I wanted to show you here in a different way. So I will go with the customer ID. Where is the customer ID? This is my customer ID. Drag and drop it here. Okay, it is taking the first customer ID. If you see it here, AA and some value it is taking. What is that one? Basically, this will put it in some order based on the date. It is taking the first customer, but we need the count. So here in the drop down, you have certain things are available here. So we want to count a distinct on that particular column. So select this one. It will count the distinct number of customer IDs available in that particular column. Okay, this will come later on, but just for your information. Okay. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different card visuals. The same 5 different card visuals, instead of using 5 different card visuals, I can use a single visual called multi-row card. We have another visual called multi-row card. If I select this one, okay, this is called multi-row card. I can directly keep on adding the things here. I can say I want to see sales, I want to see quantity, I want to see discount, I want to see profit, okay, and then customer ID. Customer ID, I want to count distinct. So if you see the numbers remains the same, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we are showing everything in a single card. If you want to increase the size and all, you can do it from here. Okay, so all those things but in general, in real time, generally we don't use a multi-row card, but this is the use of my multi-row card. That means in a single visual you can show multiple values, multiple KPIs kind of thing. You can show it in a single visual. If you want to change the names and all, what we need to do, you can rename here itself. Okay, so instead of sum of sales, I can type total sales. Okay, in that way you can rename the titles also. Clear about the card visual and multi-row card visual?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now if you observe here, in between two visuals, the gap is not equidistant. Here it is more, here it is less, here it is even less, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So we need to align this properly. All the visuals, we need to align this properly. So one thing you need to keep in mind is the first visual and last visual should be in the corners. Okay. This will not change the position. The first visual and last visual position will not change. And then you need to select other visuals by using control option and then go to format, align and say distribute horizontally. Then what will happen? In the middle, whatever the visuals are there, that will align based on the first and last visual. These two positions will not change. Okay, for example, if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, I will copy it and paste it here. Okay, now my first visual is this and last visual is this. Okay, now if I select these 4 and do an horizontal alignment, the distance between between two visuals is same, but this last visual is not coming to the corner. Why? Because as I said, first visual and last visual position will not change. If you want to align it in a single line and using the corners and all, what you need to do, you need to make sure that your first visual and last visual are in the extreme corners. So now if I select this one, and make horizontal distribution. Now you will see the distance between each visual has been equidistance. Is the same, right?
Got
Yes.
it, sir.
Right. So this is about card visual and multi-row card visual. Then let us see about pie chart and donut chart. So for example, if I take a pie chart, any visual if you want to create, first you need to select the canvas, report canvas. Why I am saying you need to click on report canvas? For example, if you have done some changes in this profit visual, in the card visual, and now you want to create a what we call pie chart. If you don't select, if you need to deselect this one actually. So that's why I'm saying click on the report canvas. If you don't deselect this one, then what will happen? This visual itself will change. Whatever the selected visual, that will change. Following?
Yes, sir.
So always you make sure that you have not selected anything from the report canvas. So that's the reason I'm saying click on the report canvas one, so that anything if you have selected, that will be deselected. Once it got deselected, then select the visual which you want to create. Okay, we'll go with the pie chart. Let me remove all these things. Okay, here for example, I want to show each category. Okay, and its sales. Okay, now let us do some formatting to this one. For pie chart and donut chart, there is a specific formatting you need to know. Select this one, go to format your visual. This is the detail label. Detail label is nothing but these labels, whatever you are seeing now, those are called detail labels. Expand this one. What you want it outside or inside, how you want. You can select. If you say inside, it will come inside. If you say outside, it will come outside. Okay, prefer outside, prefer inside is the same like outside and inside. Okay, this is the position where you can place it. Now label contains, you have certain options. Okay, here right now what you are seeing the value of each category. This purple is which category? That can be seen here. Technology is purple, furniture is dark blue, office supplies is orange, right? So this value whatever you are seeing, that is based on this one. Here what is selected? Data value and percentage of total. That's why it is giving us the data value and the contribution. Out of 100%, this is contributing 36.4%. If I consider this pie chart as 100, then technology is 36.4, furniture is 32.3, and office supplies is 31.31. So we are showing the value and the percentage. I don't want to see that one. I want to see only the category name. You select here label contains as category. Then you will see only the category name. Similarly, let me first increase the size. Go to values, increase the size, and make it bold. Okay, so in the label contents you need to select what you want to see it here. If I say select only data value, it will show only the value. If I select only the percentage, it will give me only the percentage. But in general, most of the times you will use category comma data value. This is the label content generally we use. Okay, select this one, you will see the name of the category also and what is its value also. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, when you have the category name placed here, do we need this one? Is it adding any extra value to the visual?
No, sir, it doesn't.
No, it is just consuming my space. If I remove this space, at least my visual will be looking little bigger. So this is called legend. Okay, this is called legend. So we need to turn off the legend. Here we have something called legend. You, if it is enabled, you disable this one. So once it is disabled, that will be removed. So now we can see each category name and what is the value it is generating. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Then again in the effects, you can give some border, shadow, lighter color, rounded corners, all those things you can do it from here. Right? Title also let us increase. I will say total sales by category, increase the size, bit bold. Okay, this is my pie chart. Similarly, there is something called donut chart. Okay, I can copy this one and paste it. Okay, this I can convert as a donut chart just by clicking on selecting this and click on the donut. It will automatically change to a donut chart. Yes, no? Following. Hello?
Yep.
Okay, so there would be an interview point of view question. People may ask, what is the difference between a pie chart and donut chart? How differently we can use both the charts? Okay, so I will tell you one scenario. There was a situation where the end user said in this chart, in this pie chart, he wants to see the overall sales also. This is my category sales, technology sales, this is my furniture sales, this is my office supply sales. But also he wants to see the overall sales, that is 2.30 million inside this visual only. Is the requirement clear?
Yes.
Okay, inside this visual only, he wants to see the total sales value also. So generally, instead of using this pie chart, if you use a donut chart, in the middle we have some space. So what I can do, I can take a card visual. In this card visual, I will take the sales and I will disable the category label and I will reduce the size also. And this one I can place it in the middle. If you want to increase little bit position upwards or downwards, and if you are not able to scroll up and down, you cannot, if you are not able to drag it, select it, go to format your visual, general properties. Here you have something called position. Okay. In the position, you can slowly increase the size. Okay. I think you need to decrease here. You need to go upwards. No. Okay. Now it is in the middle. Like that you can adjust. So now if you see how it looks like a single visual, right?
Yes, sir.
But the same thing, if I want to do it in a pie chart, it may not look good, right? If I suppose copy paste this and put it somewhere here, it looks like a different two different charts, right?
Right.
Okay, so this is one of the use case where we can use a donut chart instead of a pie chart. But here one challenge is, for example, if I move this one, what will happen? If I move this one, only one visual will move, right? For that, we have a workaround. What we can do, you can group these two visuals. So what I can do, I can select this one, control, I will select the other one also. And again, in the format, I have something called group. Can you see this one?
Yes.
So here you can convert these two visuals into a single group. If you convert this one into a single group, then what will happen when I drag this one, both will come together. If I want to change the location, change the place and all, both will come together, right?
Yes.
Okay, that is the grouping concept and how differently we can use a donut chart instead of a pie chart. If somebody asks you about the difference, you can tell this, that you face this situation where you have to go with the grouping option by creating a card visual in the middle of the donut chart. Clear? Yes, no?
Yes.
Right. Okay, then I have something called different charts are there. Let me show you a. Okay, let us stop regarding the visuals here. Now we will see a new topic. For example, these things we have already seen, so I am creating this one. So, for example, okay, if you change the size, it is not taking. We need to ungroup this one and change the location. Properties, position. Right. Okay, so now let me create one small column chart. I will go with subcategory and sales. Okay, now what I am trying to show you here, and let me take one slicer also. We have a slicer visual which can be used for filtering the data. I will talk more about slicer when we talk about filters. Okay, right now I'm just creating a visual called slicer where I will take segment, for example. Okay, so now when I click on consumer, what is happening? My data, whatever is showing up now, is related to only consumer. Yes or no? Data is changing according to my selections, right?
Right, sir.
Sometimes what the end user will say, even though I select this one, I don't want my card visuals to change its value. I should see overall value always. Okay, these visual, for example, sales and profit. These two things should remain the number same. Overall value only we need to show. It should not change based on our selections. Now it is changing, right?
Yes, sir.
That should not happen. My sale value should be always the overall sale value. My profit value also should be the overall profit value always. Clear? When I select based on my slicer, instead of changing the numbers, it should not change. My sales value and profit value should remain the same. Requirement is clear?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
for that, what we need to do is select the visual from where you want to control the interaction. Okay. From this visual, I want to control sales and profit visuals and stop the interaction. Right. So select the source visual and then go to format again. In format, you have an option called edit interactions. Okay, so the interactions we can edit it from here. So when I click on this one, you see on top of every visual, we are seeing some different options.
Right.
Right. So whatever the visual you don't want to interact, select the none option for that particular visual. If I don't want the sales to interact with my slicer, I will select no here. This is called none. I don't want to interact these two visual. The communication between these two visuals should not happen. Similarly, for profit also, if I want to stop the interaction, click on none. Okay. So for these two visuals, I have stopped the interaction. And now again click on edit interaction to save the configuration which you have done. Now I have selected this here from profit also I have selected none and click on edit interaction so that whatever the configuration you have done that will be saved. Okay, done. Now when I click on consumer, just check whether my sales and profit are changing or not.
Not changing, sir.
It's not changing, right? So that is how we can control the interactions between two different visuals. Is it only for card visual? No. For example, I don't want this bar chart also to change. It should be as it is. So what I need to do, again select your source visual, that is your slicer, go to format, Go to edit interaction, and now I will say this one as stop. Okay, and then save this. Now this also will not interact. Can you see the bar chart? Is it changing?
No, sir, it's not.
It's not changing, right? So you understood, right? How to control the interaction. We can do it from different visual, not only from this visual. For example, I want to control from here. Now, if I select phones, everything will change because the sales and profit we have controlled from the slicer, not from this visual. So here the interaction is still going on. If I want to stop from this particular visual, the interaction, then what I need to do, I need to configure based on this particular visual. Select the visual, go to format, go to edit interactions, and then you say whatever you want to stop. For example, I don't want my profit to change. I don't want my sales to change, and then save it. Now, when I click on this one, my profit and sales will not change. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now again, if I want to make these two, out of these two, I want only the profit not to interact with my bar chart, but sales should interact. Sales should change as per my selection. Now my requirement has been changed. So what we need to do now? I want my sales card number should change as per my selection in my bar chart.
We can just deselect the none.
Yeah, so here there is no option to deselect, but what you can do, but same thing. Go here, go to format, edit interaction. Instead of deselecting this, you need to select the filter option. This is called filter. Okay. Because if you click here, nothing will happen. It is already in none. Okay, what you need to do, you need to tell that I want to filter this visual. That means I want to communicate this visual with this visual. So when I select this one, automatically this will be deselected and this will be selected. Now save it. Now that will work. Clear?
Yes, sir.
All three? Shweta, are you following?
Yes, I'm clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any questions in the middle, please do ask me. Right, so that is about edit interaction. So we have seen what now? We have seen the card visual, multi-row card, and then these two visuals only we have seen, pie chart and pie chart versus donut chart. What is the difference we have seen? And then grouping concept we have seen, grouping visuals, and then edit interactions. Okay, edit interactions is an important interview point of view question. Okay, they may ask you in different ways. They may give you a scenario as I asked you. They may say I have to multiple visuals in a report page. From a slicer, I want to, when I select slicer options, I don't want my card visuals to change its values. Okay, then immediately you should understand that they are asking about edit interactions. They may ask you, how do you control the visual interactions? It is also the same thing. How do you stop the visual interactions? Okay, then you need to explain about the edit interactions. So how to configure this one? Select the source visual, go to format in ribbon, and then click on edit interactions. Select the options on top of each visual. Either it should be filter or none. Previously, there used to be another option called highlight. Now I think they have removed it. Okay, here we used to see 3 different options. Now you are seeing 2 options. Now previously there was one more option called highlight. Highlight means what? So when I select this one, for example, yeah, if I select this one, you are seeing direct filtered values here. Okay, previously what it used to have, 1 second. Let me remove interaction first. So now it is showing the data for home office related all information, right? Previously what used to happen, let me take one more, this one, and here instead of segment, let me take category. Okay, so when I select furniture, now it is showing only data related to furniture, right? Previously what used to happen, it will show the furniture related data and the other information it used to show it in a gray color. Gray color means disabled color. Let me check if it has been changed from here. Change visual interaction from cross highlighting to cross filtering. It's already in cross filtering. I think some changes happen. Yeah, previously and all what it used to happen, the other fields and all it will, okay, let me see this way. Okay, now it is showing. No, see now when I click on this part, what it is doing, it is whatever the categories which are related to technology, it is highlighting. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Whatever what we have selected a data point called technology. Based on that, whatever the subcategories related to technology that are highlighting, other things are disabled, a kind of disabled. Okay, this is called cross highlighting. Okay, cross highlighting. If suppose, if again I come here and do a edit interaction, you see 3 options here, right? What are they? One
Yes,
is
sir.
filter, second one is highlight, and the third one is none.
None.
Okay, now it is default, it is cross highlighting. This is highlighting. When I select something from this visual, it is highlighting the required bars. Other bars are like a kind of disabled kind of thing it is showing. But if I click on filter, if I select filter, what will happen? The disabled part itself will be removed. Only the required part only it will show. Following between difference between filter and highlight.
Yes, sir.
Got it, sir.
Okay, if you use the highlighting part, required things will be highlighted and the other things will remain as it is, but it will show a kind of disabled kind of thing. But if you go with filter, only the data point which is related, that only it will show up, other things it will remove. Clear, right?
Got it, sir.
Yeah. So that is the difference between filter, highlight and none. You need to select whatever option which is suited as per the requirement and then click again on edit interactions. This will save your configuration. That's it. Okay, this is how you can what we call configure the edit interactions. This is a very important interview point of view question and you will use it in your reporting also most of the time. Right now, let us talk about the slicer. See, now this is a, I will remove this one. Okay, I have a slicer here. This is also a visual which is used to filter the data within the page, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So the same slicer, we can use it in a different ways. What are the different ways? Let's see. In the format your visual, if you want to format this slicer, here you see something called slicer settings. In the slicer settings, I have three options. One is vertical list, another one is tile, another one is drop down. What drop down will do? It will create a kind of drop down here. When you select this one, then only it will show you all the options in the drop down. Once you select it, you can close the drop down. Okay, this we will generally use when we don't have more space in your report. For example, you don't have space. Let me remove this. Then basically, generally what you will do, you will put something like this, one below the other. You have multiple slices. So put everything in as a drop down. I will select this and then use one more. This one, instead of segment, I will take category. Then again, another slicer I want. Instead of category, I will take subcategory. Okay, like this. When I have limited space, I can use this kind of slices here. All will work again in the same way. Right? Following?
Yes, sir.
Right. So that is about the drop down. If I instead of drop down, if I use the vertical list, what will happen? I need to open this one like this, or else people will not understand how many subcategories are here. I need to occupy more space in my vertical list. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is how we will go with the drop down. And tile is something, it will create a kind of buttons. Okay, for example, I will convert this category into tile. What will happen? It will create kind of buttons. Okay, this is a kind of button. When I click on technology, it will show me data related to technology. If I click on office supplies, it will show me the data related to office supplies. If I click on furniture, it will show me data related to furniture. Functionality, it will remain the same. Only how you want to show the visual, you can change it from the settings, slicer settings. Okay, three different options. One is tile, another one is vertical list, another one is drop down. These three clear?
So this tiles view, it will be more convenient for viewing mobile reports, right?
It depends how the end user wants. Okay. Uh, you can use this one in normal. I have used this one in normal reports also, but majorly most of the time I use a drop down feature because that will not take this much
Okay.
space. Okay, because I have more visuals to show up here. So instead of using tile or vertical list and all, generally I will go with a drop down feature so that in one single, generally what we do, I will create a, for example, insert, we will create a template like this. I will go to shape and take one shape and put it here. Okay, and take another shape. So generally every company will have their own templates. If not, then we can create something like this. And here I will try to use all my what we call slicers. For example, I will take a slicer here and put category and change it to a drop down. And place it here. Okay, this also I will change the colors. For example, general effects, background color, I will take this color. Right. So similarly, I will create multiple slicers here. Instead of category, I will take region. Then I will take segment. Then I will take subcategory. Then I will take maybe year. Okay, so I can have only years here. You select anything based on the year selection, it will change. So like this, if you do, and I will create all my visuals here. Okay, you can change the coloring and other things based on the company's policies and all. But this is a kind of template. But if suppose I don't want to, if I don't show it in the form of a drop down, if I want to show it in the form of a vertical list, is it possible for me to show these many slices in the same place?
No, sir.
It will be difficult, right? We cannot take that much space for slices. So in those scenario and all, I will generally go with this kind of drop down kind of slices where all slices at one place. So for navigating also, it will be easier for the end user. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right. So, and then again, for example, here subcategory, I have so many subcategories. Here I have 15 to 16 subcategories. For example, I have 20, 30 subcategories are here. And I want to go with phones or something. I need to keep on scrolling down and find where is my phones. Right. Instead of that, what I can do, select the visual. Here in the more options, I have something called search. Okay, when I enable this search option, then I will get a search bar here. I can type it here. If I type it, it will come up here, then I can select it. Clear?
Got it, sir.
Okay, any slicer, just click on more options, you will see this search bar. You just need to enable this one, click on this one. If you remove this, again it will be removed. Okay, most of the time we will use this search bar also in on the top of the slicer. And then what else we do in slicer? Select, go to your format, your options, and selection. Okay, in the options you have something called selection. You want to make sure that end user do not select two options from here. For example, I am selecting accessories and art. If you want to select two options, you need to use the control button. Okay, for example, here I want to see 2015 and 2017. By using control button, you can make multiple selections. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
But I want to restrict it. I don't want the end user to select multiple options. It has to be a single option. So what I can do, this slicer, go to format options, settings, selection. Here I will go with single select. When I click on single select, what will happen? This will convert into a radio button. So in radio buttons, you cannot select more than one. Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So you can only if you want also, you cannot select two options here. Radio buttons allows only one selection. Right.
Yes, sir.
And one more use of radio button is, for example, in your, now I have a blank value. Let me remove that blank value from here. These filters and all we will discuss tomorrow. Okay, now I don't see any blank value here. Right. So what will happen here is, for example, let me remove this and put it again. Model select. Yeah. What will happen, what I'm trying to show you here is, you see always when you have a radio button, it will select the topmost value only. So for example, end user says that whenever a new data, new information, now it is till 2017, right? If he says always it has to be the current year value only, default. Okay, when he opens it, it will be default 2017 selected. If 2018 data is coming, automatically it should select 2018. So what will happen in radio button? Always it will select the topmost value. So now it is the least value it is selecting. If I want the highest value to be selected, what I will do? I will put this in a descending order. Now it is in ascending order. I will put it in a descending order. Now what will happen once it's selected? Okay. So tomorrow, if 2018 data is coming, it will automatically change from 2017 to 2018 unless you change it manually. Clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, if tomorrow 2018 data is coming, automatically 2018 will be selected default. If 2019 data is coming, automatically 2019 data will be selected default. Okay, that is the use of a radio button. Two things. One is it will always default, it will take the topmost value. And the second one, it will control that you cannot select two different options, two different selection. Multiple selection is not allowed in a radio button. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And then for example, I remove this now. Here sometimes what will happen, I don't want to use control button. Okay, now I am using control button to select the visuals. Okay, if I don't use control button, then it will take only one selection. If I am not using control, it will take only one selection. If I use control, then it will take multiple selections. Clear this point? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
But now the requirement is like, I don't want to use the control button, but still I want to select multiple, I want multiple selections to be enabled. So we have an option here called multi-select with the control button is there now, that you need to disable. Okay. Multi-select with control button, if you disable, then what will happen? Without using control button, you can select multiple options. Clear?
Yes, sir.
And then we have something called, if suppose now I want to select everything, I need to select one by one by using control? No, we have an option called select all. In the selection, you have something called select all. So what will happen? There will be an option called select all. If I click on this one, everything will be selected. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, rest things are general things only. You can explore this slicer header. You can change the value size and other things inside this one. In general, this effects and title, you can change the color, all those things you can do it. Those are normal things you can explore. But whatever I have discussed now regarding slicer settings, these are important things. These are certain things you need, options and selection. These are certain things the end user will give specific requirement which can be done by using these options only. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Slicer visual, and in this visual, format options. These are important things. In format options also, majorly slicer settings. This options you need to explore more. Okay, any other questions till now?
No, sir.
No.
Okay, I think maybe we will stop it for today. Whatever we have discussed, please try to practice. Okay, replicate the same thing. Okay, these things and all, if you don't practice, you will definitely forget this one. This may look easy, but when you are doing, you may not find the options properly. So practice is required. Tomorrow we will try to see some more visuals and we will talk about different filters available, how to use each filter, when to use what filter. All those things we will try to cover. Okay?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sujit,
Yeah.
need your time, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Can I share my screen?
1 second.
Sir, in the meanwhile, could you kindly share the file once again? I'm not able to see.
In the chat, you cannot see that.
Yes, yes, sir. Could you kindly share once again? Got it, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, you can share now.
Yep, I'm sharing. Screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. Yesterday I pulled one report and
Mm,
I added this pie diagram. Okay, from here.
mm,
But
okay.
it is circle is not showing.
So here, what you are showing, what you are trying to show.
Here are different sets of Windows version, like Windows
Okay.
10 and Windows 11.
Mm.
So it's already present in this data. In
No,
this.
I can see there are two different versions of window versions are there. OS maybe. Okay,
Yes.
OS versions are there. Now, what you want to show? Each version, how many devices are there that you want to show, or what?
Yes. Device number, device count. I want to show.
Device count you want to show.
Yes.
Okay, where is the device column?
Here in the Windows version, it will have the count, and in the
Okay, you do
host
one thing.
host
Okay,
name
you
it
do.
will be there.
No, you do one thing. So same window version, again you put it in the values also.
Okay.
Okay, count of window version. You have selected any slicer or something or anything?
No, I didn't select it.
Go to a new page. Now create your pie chart and drop the window version in values. Okay, now put it in focus mode once. Focus mode. At the bottom you see one arrow mark. No, yeah, that one. Yeah, so basically 2.45 thousand belongs to Windows 10 and 0.01 belongs to Windows 11.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
If you have a different column, then you will put it in the values that particular column. But you are saying it is the same column, so you need to use the same column here also.
Okay.
The same column will become your, because you are counting, right? The when you count that Windows version, it will become your fact column.
Right. Okay. Got it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. And here I have numbers compatible, not compatible, status not found. So here I have one column. I need a count for this in second column.
Count of what? Compatible. How many compatible are there? How many non-compatible? How many status not found?
Yes.
Can you show me that column in the table view? No, in the table view.
Table view. Okay. Model view.
Yeah, the second one. Where is the column?
This is a compatible.
You can do it in two different ways. You go to your visual. Go to a new page or page 2 because I don't know here any filters are applied or not. We need to check. Okay, take a table visual.
Table visual.
Table visual.
Oh, sorry. Here, right?
No. Table visual. Come down. Next to slicer.
Next. On my right or left?
No, just all the visuals are there. No, there only. There. Come down slowly. Yeah, next there. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Okay, here you place that column. Again, you place the same. You cannot put it. No. Try to drag it. Okay. In the second one, in the field wells, go to field wells. In the visualization pane, there is something called field wells. Come down. Where you have columns are there, no? Yeah, there. In the second one, click on the drop down. do count. Okay.
Okay.
Generally, we write measures for this one, but without measures also we can do in this way.
Okay. With measures means how we can, is it a
We need
different?
to write the code there.
Okay.
We have not gone till that level.
Yeah, I will wait for that.
Okay.
Okay.
What kind of report is this one? This is related to?
This is related to Windows upgrade project we are working, is going to start. So I'm preparing that report. So
Okay.
we have Windows 10 22 H2 in our environment. Okay.
Mhm.
And so this, whatever models
So
are,
in your project there are no developers.
no, we don't have.
Okay.
Everything, I am the architecture, I am the administrator and everything, all in one.
Okay. Okay. Good. In that way, actually, you can learn a lot of things when you are doing things everything from scratch. Actually.
Yeah. So I prepared at the backend, I prepared to get this all data. I prepared a SQL query,
Mm-hmm.
and SQL query is getting exported to Excel file, and Excel file is getting generated.
Why you are taking it in Excel and putting it here? You can directly connect to the database, no?
I am able to connect to the database, but I do not have server access. I have access, but
Mm.
there are two different admin IDs. Like one is normal ID and one is admin ID. So
Okay.
for normal ID, I have Power BI access, but on my
Okay.
admin ID, I do not have access to that Power BI. And from my desktop, I am not able to connect to my server directly to the SQL database due to restriction.
Okay. They are not going to remove the restriction or what?
Due to some policies,
Okay.
compliance
Mhm.
policies, so they do not allow.
But it is always good if you connect it directly to the database. If you are, for example, now you have generated this table by writing a SQL query, right?
Yes,
So what you can do is go to your Power BI once.
one second. I can show you one error. I'm getting one error. That is a transfer gateway error.
By the way, this is recording. You
Okay,
don't have issue.
I don't have.
Okay.
If you want to stop, you can stop it.
I think you are the host now. You need to stop from your end.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I was saying, mm,
How to stop it? More
you
pause.
will
Should I
see.
stop
Yeah.
it recording?
Yes, you can stop it.
Okay, thank you.